we're going to be talking about something that really affected me personally, which is sleep. So I used to be one of those people, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, I'm out until morning, the good old days. And then I started waking up every two, 3 times a night. And I have no problems going back to sleep, but I know my sleep has been disrupted. And I know this will affect me, right? So this was something that was really bothering me. So of course, then the issue has been resolved now, thanks to you and taking the right supplements. But I know this is something that it affects a lot of women, right? So maybe we go a little bit into the science, but not too scientific. Why does our sleep get affected when we are in perimenopause? What's happening internally?
Okay, so one of the most important, before I get to the hormones, right, because I just want to talk about the other things as well, it's melatonin. So melatonin is our sleep hormone. It regulates our sleep cycle. And how we always say, right, you sleep like a baby, and he just mentioned, right?
Like I wake up every 2 hours crying and screaming.
Okay, so besides the melatonin level that actually dips once you're 35 and above, it's going to gradually decline, right? That's one.
Okay.
But when you talk about perimenopause, remember I mentioned to you just now, the first hormone that actually dips is actually the progesterone.
Okay.
So progesterone aids in sleep. It's a natural tranquilizer, natural anti-anxiety. It keeps a woman calm because it regulates the GABA neurotransmitter as well. Right. So that's when the anxiety, the sleep issues, everything sets in. Now, when it comes to even, let's say, the treatment, so some of my patients, what I tend to do is I would always, give them options, right? Lay the cards on the table and give them the options where, which one they want to start first. Because supplements like magnesium glycinate, it aids in sleep.
Okay.
And then your vitamin D. So that's when I do a blood test, see where your vitamin D levels, where your magnesium levels are, and then we go clinical. Now, if let's say they have other hormonal issues, irregular cycles, anxiety, then hey, let's go with progesterone.
Right.
Now, progesterone is also very interesting. When you talk about the mode of, the treatment, the route, you take orally, it can even go transdermal.
Okay.
Right, transdermal is just you apply the cream, so it bypass the liver. So we normally do that when it comes to the estrogen because it's safer, right? Because we always tend to have this concern about what sort of a metabolite your estrogen, your body breaks down depending on your family history, with cancers and all that. So with progesterone, when you take it orally, it goes to the liver, it breaks down to one of its metabolites, the allopregnanolone.
Okay.
Now, allopregnanolone is the one that helps you to sleep.
I see. What about so the hot flashes, right? What is lacking there?
Most of the time, it's actually the estrogen. But progesterone also plays a role, right? Yeah.
Okay. So beyond taking, making sure you're getting the right supplements, right, to stop this issue, what are some actionable tips that women can do apart from putting your aircon to 16?
That's my temperature.
And the fan.
My aircon guy came, he came to fix and he was like, okay, I think it's a bit too low. Let me increase it to 22. I'm like, no, I sleep at 16. So it's, I think it's very important when it comes to sleep to melatonin gets activated in a room that is pitch dark.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So you have to, no light at all, not even a tiny, kind of like red light at one corner. It has to be pitch dark, so get all the blinds and all that stuff.
Okay.
And, when you talk about the sleep habit, no blue lights, that means get all your gadgets away.
Right.
If ever you want to do anything, read, because you notice that when you read, you get the fall asleep, boring, right?
Yeah, one page and you're tired, right?
And a boring topic.
So I found that when I put my phone outside, I have no problem. The moment you have your phone next to you, my goodness, right? First of all, the doom scrolling and then...
And the electromagnetic frequency, it actually interferes with your sleep cycle.
Okay.
The hormones, neurotransmitters.
In the process, because after I started taking the supplements to help me, it took me a month to sort of like, hey, I'm sleeping through the night, right? But I have the luxury of, because I'm now on my own, right? So I can take short naps and after that helps, right? What about women who don't have the luxury? What can they do in the process of getting back into the groove?
Well, I think if you're at a workplace, it's okay to just 5 minutes. Even 5 minutes, you can just have a quiet time, or even 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Just close your eyes. You can even do all this breathing exercise, or even just take a walk.
Yeah.
For me, sometimes when I feel the real low, I will just fold my hands and I just hold my head and I just 10-minute power nap. That's it. When I wake up, it's like, whoa, so fresh.
Right? You just feel, and this, I think it's also part of the circadian rhythm. Sometimes you've been up for certain hours, the body just needs that little 10 minutes power nap. I have an ability to do that. And
Fantastic.
they're thinking that I have slept for hours. It's like, oh, it's just been 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
But okay. So you were saying, like, in terms of night sweats as well, or hot flushes during the daytime, right? What can you do?
Well, you can even, seek professional help.
Okay.
Think about, the options of the hormone therapy.
Okay.
Right? Because that, of course, it helps. Then, you talk about hydration. We spoke about the lifestyle. We spoke about the diet. So diet, healthy and, balanced diet is so important.
Right.
But when it comes to hot flushes and stuff, you can do all sorts. It's the hormones are the ones that's really, really going to, sort of mitigate those symptoms.
Okay, we'll touch a little bit on diet in the future episode, right? So one of the things that apart from the making your room comfortable, what about bedding and pillows and things like that?
These days, they've got so many options.
Yeah.
Right? They've got all those cooling pillows. And then, when you talk about your lingerie, just wear something that you're comfortable in, whether it's cotton,
Right.
whether it's silk,
Yeah.
something that you're very comfortable. And, when you talk about the sheets, right? I think they've got so many like thread counts, cotton. I tend to go for all that. I tend to look for.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So this is right. Okay, now
What?
is taking sleeping pills a notch?
Look, for a short term, it's fine.
Yeah.
Take it when you need it, be it when you're traveling, you're going in different zones and stuff like that. But for me, it's always, is it addressing when you talk about long term, are you going to take it long term?
Yeah.
Is it addressing the root cause?
Right.
What is the root cause?
I think that's a very important message, right? Whatever you're doing, right? Is this, I know sometimes you need something to address the symptoms for now, but always think long term.
Correct.
Think root cause.
Yes.
Why? Get to the root cause. And
Yes.
that's the better solution
Yes.
for everybody.
There's this particular app where you can track your sleep, how many hours you go into deep sleep, superficial, REM, non-REM. So I had this client who was, he wanted to explore on melatonin. Now, melatonin is something that I always tell, some of them, they'll tell me, what, it doesn't work. And I'll tell them, I've not heard of anyone who has taken melatonin and it hadn't worked. Because melatonin has a sweet spot for every individual. It may be 3 milligrams. When we start, we always start low, we go slow.
Right.
Now, if 3 milligrams, it doesn't work, you're up it to 6 milligrams.
Right.
So he found his sweet spot at 10 milligrams. And he showed me. He has taken one of the sleep pills, which is still Nox.
Right.
You compare, right? When you, when you can trace your sleep. Pill, melatonin was the one that literally gave him the deep sleep, the REM,
Okay.
all those things are longer. The pills, the drugs, they don't work. It's maybe 5 hours, but you don't even go into your deep sleep.
Yeah, right. I want to go into my deep sleep. And then, so we will talk a little bit about, I guess, the whole idea around food in a future episode as well. But the couple of things that you can do in the meantime, I think just at the end of the day, just make sure you go to the right expert and check what is it that you need. So yeah, so we'll discuss all the other things like food in future episode. Thank you.
Looking forward. Thank you.